Hi, I'm Michelle Greenwell, and I'm a Touch for Health consultant and a Touch for Health instructor. I'm very passionate about the way Touch for Health is able to influence the tools that can go into the hands of the everyday person and how anyone can make a difference for somebody. I have lots of people who ask me about when they go for a walk, they don't have the strength that they like to have while they're walking. And so a lot of times they choose to take flat pathways where they're taking hills out or stairs. And that can be simply because the quads aren't functioning the way they want them to, and they don't have the strength they should have. So I'm just going to show you how I can check to see if the thigh muscle is working, and if it's not, how we can fire it up. So I'm going to get Natasha to raise her right leg. And all I'm going to do is push down on that leg. You hold there. Don't let me push down. Okay, let's try the other one. She is trying. And that muscle is not working. So what we're going to do is rub underneath the ribs, which is the neurolymphatic for the quads. And we're going to fire those muscles back up so that the energy flow is coming back into the muscle. So holding on and hold there. And now with even more pressure from me, those legs aren't moving at all. Now I have some people that complain once they start walking, they have trouble with their shins really hurting. And you can check a couple different muscles, but the one I'll focus on today is the peroneus muscle, which runs along the side of the leg here, and it's responsible for how the foot does this action. For a lot of times when people walk, that muscle might be shut off, and it's requiring other muscles to do more work. So I'm going to get Natasha to put her foot up like this, and what I'm going to do is push the foot in and down. So you hold there. And hold there. And that one's also off. You can see the whole body did a twist there. So that one is linked to the bladder meridian. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace the bladder meridian so that we can fire it up using an electrical circuitry. So I'm going to go from the top of the head, over the top, down the back. There are two channels for the bladder that run down the back. So I'm tracing through the back twice there. I'm going to trace the whole pattern 3 times so that we can fire that system up. So if we come back, holding on, and you hold there, and now the muscle doesn't move. Okay, so we've done a neurolymphatic correction and we've done a meridian correction. So now what I'd like to do is see if Natasha has a pain anywhere, and then focus in on a series of muscle groups.
The lower back.
Okay, so on a scale from 0 to 10, where would the pain be?
About a 5.
Okay, and what does it feel like when you move? Where does it pinch anywhere?
It's tightening up when I go down. It's tight.
Okay, and is it stabbing pain, burning pain?
More pressure building up, like kind of hard to say, like a stabbing pain more, yeah, because when it comes when the movement comes, right?
Comes when the movement comes. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, we've got an evaluation of pain, 5 out of 10. We've got what does it feel like, so we can notice the difference when we're finished. And what I want to do is make sure there's no emotional involvement in the muscle that's constricting the muscle to hold it. So I'm going to use a tool that I call the innate matrix memory, and it's combined with injury recall, which is another tool that comes from applied kinesiology. And we're just going to apply that to see if we can release some of the emotion that might be blocking there. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is make a cone with the fingers. We're going to put it to the jaw. I'm just going to get you to nod your head forward 3 times. And as we pull on the back of the neck, we are actually accessing into the back of the skull and into memory. Okay, for emotions. So now I'm going to get her to touch GV20 on the top of the head, so it's near the back. So slide your fingers back just a little bit. There you go. And then nod your head 3 times there. Okay, and now we want to go to the pain site. So put your hands where you can feel the pain, and then nod your head 3 more times. Now her pain is in her back, so we're also going to add a little tap into the ankles so that we're accessing information that's in the joints between the bones of the foot and the leg. So we're just going to tap into the bone there, and we'll do both sides since the pain is on both sides. Perfect. And the pain is running down the back of the body, which means we want to access the meridian closest to that, which would be bladder. And so we're going to tap in between the eyebrows, which is the end point of the bladder meridian, or some would call it the first point. And from there, we're going to take the fingers like this, sword fingers it's called, and we're going to go around the left ear from top to bottom. We're going to just pass through there 6 or 7 times. And that's accessing into the amygdala in the brain, repatterning, letting go of any emotion. And now we just want to link up the body so that the brain and the body are having a conversation together. So I'm going to get Natasha to tap on the top of her head, this time at the front on Ontario Fontanelle. And then we're going to tap on the front of the chest just below K27, and that's on thymus. And we tap again at the top and bring it back down. So we've released emotion involved with the back. And what we've done now is linked up brain and body so that movement is no longer constricted by any emotion. Okay, so if you move your back now,
It's free.
it's free.
It's free.
Okay,
No constriction.
no constriction, but I want to make sure all the muscles are still firing correctly. So I'm going to take the group of muscles that would be responsible for the movement and the way the lower back is functioning. So I'm going to check the quads in relation to the back injury and the back pain that she was talking about. And if you can,
Sure.
in a moment. So if you take your leg, pull it up and hold there. Okay, it has integrity, but it's lost a little bit since we did our last exercise. That's got a little bit of loss there as well. I'm going to get her to cross her hands over, and I'm going to check the abdominals. So if you lean forward, I'm going to check by pushing up. You hold there. And that's got a little bit of give on it. Okay. So then I'm going to take the adductors. So putting your foot in, I'm going to actually pull out. You hold there. That one's going to hold. And the other side, that one's going to hold. Okay, so now we're going to do gluteus medius. So it's going to push to the side. And with this one, I'm going to push on this side. You hold there. Now it's got a little bit of give. And that one's got a little bit of give happening as well. Okay, now what I want you to do is we're just going to grab this chair, bring it in, so you have something to hold on to. Just put your hands there. I'm going to get you to lift one leg at the back, and you're just going to pull it straight back. I'm going to be doing gluteus maximus, so I'm going to push in, you hold it there. That one's working, and the other side, hold there. Well, that one's got a little bit of give, okay. And then from there, what I want you to do is take your foot and you're just going to turn it in at the back. So the knees are together. This is for piriformis, and I'm just going to pull on your leg out. You hold it there. That one's off, okay. Coming around. That's off on that side as well. Okay, so now what I'd like you to do is just lean over sideways, and I'm going to try to push you up and hold there. Okay, that one holds, and that one holds. So we're good on that one. Now if you just put your hand here, one hand, bring your leg around this way, and if you take one foot up and it swings back this way, I'm going to push the foot that way. You okay with the chair?
Yeah.
It's doing the slide. Okay, so holding there, and I push here. It's got a little bit of give. You can see the twist happening in the hip right there, so the whole body's doing a twist. Okay, so what I'm going to do is a time of day balance this time. So we're filming right now between 9 and 11 a.m., which means we're in the spleen meridian for energy source. And so we're going to access that. I'm going to get you to take your fingertips like you're just putting on earphones. And you're just going to put your fingertips around your ears. So you're touching the neurovascular just above the ear, and very lightly. And while you're doing that, I'm going to take 2 fingers and I'm going to go in the middle of the back between the shoulder blades, T7 and 8. And I'm going to go up and down on the spine. Then I'm going to open my fingers and I'm going to go either side. And then I'm going to get you to take your hand and just go on your ribs on the left side. Just go back and forth. And while you're doing that, I'm going to trace spleen. So the spleen starts at the bottom, comes up, and finishes on the side. So I'm going to trace that 3 times. So this time of day balance means we're giving extra energy into the system that's functioning at this time to balance the whole body. So now we go back and we test all the muscles again. So let's check on the quads. Holding there, that's rock solid. Okay, That's not going to go anywhere. Okay, from there we're going to go to abdominals. So crossing over, leaning forward. This one had a little bit of give last time, and this one's got it's going nowhere. Okay, so now we're going to do adductors. So the feet are in. You put your legs together. I'm going to pull out. You hold there. That's not going to go. And the other side, that's not going to go. Now if you bring your leg up, gluteus medius, a little bit higher. I'm going to push in, you hold there. That holds, and that holds. Let's throw in psoas, since you're in that position anyway. You hold there, and that's not going to let go, and that's not going to let go. Perfect. So now if you take your body over sideways, hold there. I'm going to push up. That's not going, and that one's not going. And the last part, we need gluteus maximus. So if you turn this way, pull him back. I'm going to push in. You hold there. That one's good. That one's good. Now let's check on piriformis. Holding there. And the other side, holding there. Okay, so now if you move your back around, any difference there?
Even looser.
Even looser.
Yep.
Okay. And a scale from 0 to 10, is there any pain left?
0.5.
0.5. Which part is holding on?
Still a little spot in the lower back that's just pushing a bit.
Just pushing a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rub up and down the spine from top to bottom to make sure there isn't a muscle that we didn't get at. I can just access by just rubbing down. And spinal reflex point, we're going top to bottom, and I'm just going up and down, straight down the spine. Okay, give that a wiggle and see if we got 0.5 out of the way.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, we were able to take care of the pain. We were to fire up the muscles to bring everything back on board, and we could do that in less than 5 minutes. Those tools could be in your hand. If you're interested in learning more about Touch for Health, you can check out my website at dancedebut.com. You can have a look at the Can Ask organization. You could check me out on YouTube, Michelle Greenwell. There's over 50 videos there that will help you with different kinds of techniques you can use. And you can also go to my Facebook page, The Key to Health with Energy Medicine. Thanks for watching.